I know you could be wondering, Verity, what are you doing in your car while you're doing this Arise? And it's like, well, because sometimes I read a passage in the morning and then I'm like, I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for that. I'm not quite sure if I know exactly, where this is going. And it is convicting to me because what has happened here, Jesus is in the middle of teaching. And have you ever been in the middle of where you are listening to somebody's preach or in Sunday school class or your small group, or you're just having your own personal God time and the Spirit of God is operating through the word there and speaking to you, but then you interrupt it with a side thought. You interrupt it with a side thought. It's like, wait a minute. Where does this power come from? Because that's really what the Pharisees are asking at this point in Matthew chapter 21, verses 23 through 26. And so I just really want to make sure that we understand that we have done this as well. Or I don't know, maybe you haven't. I have. I've done this where they're asking, by what authority are you doing these things? And who gave you this authority? And so it's just like, okay, I don't know that I've asked her with that kind of tone or whatever, but I was like, God, how can this happen? How could a blind man really see? And why did you have to spit in the mud? And, what would cause you to do it that way? And so asking it different ways, which is okay for if you're wanting to know for knowledge, but if you're questioning, his power, which honestly, there have been times where I have questioned his power because some of that is my lack of understanding and my lack of really where my faith is and what I know that God can do. So here, but Jesus says, he says to them, I also will ask you one thing. How about that? So the thing is that he is really getting to the root of, listen, I'm going to ask you something. I'm the one asking the questions because we need to reveal what's in your heart so that you can learn.